What is up, Star Wars fans? This is Darth Watson, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars film, which we have received a few leaks about the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars film just a few days ago, and one of them relates to Rada the Hutt, which Rada the Hutt was leaked about a few weeks ago for the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars film. And this is the source, MSN.com, and I'm not really seeing any real legitimate sources reporting on this. I'm not seeing anything from Bespin Bulletin on this, at least not yet. I'm still doing research on this and critiquing this rumor, seeing if it's actually true or not. It may be true because Rada the Hutt is in the film, but a rumored leak plot details of the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars film involves a familiar storyline from the Clone Wars movie. So from the Clone Wars movie, it's going to be a familiar storyline where Din Djarin and Grogu rescue Rada the Hutt, although I don't think that's going to be the entire course of the movie. And the reason why I don't think it's going to be the entire course of the movie is because, well, the Mandalorian Season 4 scripts have been converted into the movie. And not just the Mandalorian Season 4 scripts have been converted into the movie, but it's supposed to have somewhat ties into Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, the Book of Boba Fett, and the Mandalorian. But Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie is going to be tying all of that together. But the Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be focused on Din Djarin and Grogu, and I just don't think that's going to be the plot of the entire movie. Just like, you know, how the Hutts were only in the first act of Return of the Jedi, where Luke Skywalker went to rescue Leia and Han and rescue all of his friends from the Hutts, and that was pretty much the plot. That was pretty much the plot in the storyline of the first act of Return of the Jedi. So this could be I feel like if this rumor is true, it'd be most likely taking place during the first act of the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie. So I don't know how legitimate this is and how legitimate this rumor is, because I'm still critiquing this rumor, because I think well, some of it may be true, but then it's also exaggerated, but I don't think it's going to be the plot of the entire course of the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie. So, as in other leaks for the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie, there's a hint that this movie, especially because the scripts for the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie, the scripts have been converted into the movie, which I still feel like we're gonna see some being saved for a reworked, for a rewritten. Some of the elements that didn't make it into the final cut of the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie will probably go towards Jon Favreau rewriting Mandalorian Season 4, which leads up to the events of the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie, and there's a good chance that this movie could be a long movie. Probably about 2 hours and 45 minutes at least for the runtime. Probably almost a 3 hour long movie. Now, I can see that possibly happening because of the scripts being converted into the movie and probably using as much as possible from the Mandalorian Season 4 that was converted into the movie, especially because they don't want to waste any writing. But the Mandalorian Season 4 scripts being converted into the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie, they're going to want to put as many things as possible into the movie. So it could end up being a 3 hour Star Wars movie. Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see what the actual runtime, or if it isn't, a lot of those elements from the Mandalorian Season 4 that didn't make it into the final cut of the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie will go into rewriting a new season of the Mandalorian leading up to the events of the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie. But anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Do make sure to smash a like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you all later in another video.